Troops could be forced to help fly refugees to Rwanda under the deportation plan. We're going to read into this exclusive from iNews, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with an exclusive from iNews with the headline of troops could be forced to help fly refugees to Rwanda under the deportation plan. The Ministry of Defence has refused to rule out getting involved in deportation flights to Rwanda once they start later this year. Guys, while you're here, make sure you hit the like button and share us across social media so others are notified of this video. Why have they not ruled this out? And again, like, no, this is not going to happen. I swear, guys, if this happens, I'm gonna lose my I really am, guys, because this is just a complete waste of time, complete waste of taxpayer money, complete waste of politicians' time. Why is he beating himself over the head with this dead horse? It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. And the thing is that, and the thing is, guys, you have to understand something. And there are actually still people out there who actually think this plan will work. Okay, and generally, I would like someone in the comments to tell me why they think this Rwanda plan is a good idea. Now, I don't want to. Now, you can talk about immigration, it being full, or the country's full, and whatnot, but this does not stop migrants crossing on boats. This does not stop asylum seekers trying to hide into trucks crossing over from the channel, from Calais over. This doesn't stop it. It doesn't stop it. And is all this worth more than £500 million as well? Because that's how much we've spent. Well, I think it's probably going. The cost is actually increasing. Actually, we're actually putting more money in. I've heard one or two stories as well. So it's £500 million worth all this, when you could be using this money elsewhere. Like, it just kind of like screams to me that says, you know, maybe we should use, I don't know, some of that money. Like, I think someone suggested in one of my comments a while ago, suggested, well, why don't we could use some of that money actually to hire more civil servants to deal with the backlog that we have here instead. That sounds more reasonable, doesn't it? Does it not sound more reasonable? That way you'd have less hotels with migrants. You could have less migrants in your area. Less asylum seekers. Your taxpayer money not going towards them being stuck in barges because most of the backlog would have been cleared. But no, we're trying to shift a couple of people to Rwanda. And now we're going to be trying to use troops. So we're going to inhumanely force them onto these flights. Is that the picture that's being painted here? Because that's certainly what it feels like, doesn't it? So British troops could be ordered to help operate migrant deportation flights to Rwanda after the government left the door open to use of its armed forces in the asylum scheme. Ministers are hoping to start flights within weeks of the Safety of Rwanda Bill, which aims to overcome previous legal objections to the policy becoming law, which is expected to happen in days. But they have not yet confirmed whether the government will use charter planes hired from commercial airlines to rely on the RAF. Now, of course, the government can't answer because they can't get commercial airlines because nobody wants to do it because it's a dead duck and it gives them a bad reputation. The RAF don't want nothing to do with this, and it's just like, so where are they going to get the planes from? It's just, there's still, this thing is up in the air from the time of this recording. The government has also resisted pressure to exempt refugees who have previously worked with the UK military from being deported to Rwanda if they enter Britain illegally. So those who have helped save British lives out there, whether it's in Afghanistan or Iraq, you know, who have contributed to saving our military, keeping them alive, we're not going to exempt them. Does that feel right, guys? Richard Foord, the Liberal Democrat defence spokesperson, has called on the Defence Secretary Grant Shapps, who's not the sharpest tool in the box, I can assure you, to guarantee that individual members of the armed forces are not ordered to take part in the scheme. He wrote in the letter, the latest news trouble, and those serving and former RAF service personnel who may be ordered to break faith with those alongside whom they serve. I can ask you to rule that out categorically. The prospect that service personnel will be forced to take part in deportation flights. They serve no military purpose. The government must show our service people and veterans the respect they deserve. Yeah, like you're telling soldiers, like ordering them to put somebody on a flight that actually might have been someone that actually helped them when they were in Iraq or Afghanistan, for example. Yeah, that's just playing with people's morals as well. Mr. Foord told the Eye, a government that respects the military convenient would never order our service people to betray the trust of those who serve with us, and to use our armed forces in this way is an insult. I'm calling for the government to be transparent about their plans. It is the very least the men and women who have served in our armed forces deserve. The Ministry of Defence declined to comment on whether troops could be ordered to help with the deportation flights. Asked about the issue last week, Mr. Shapps said, we will do whatever we need to do to make sure we get these flights off, whether they are charter flights or any kind of flights. The House of Commons Bills law has been at loggerheads over proposed amendments to the bills, which would state that anyone who has worked with the armed forces abroad and subsequently enters the UK illegally cannot be sent to Rwanda. Government sources said they were already safe and legal routes for such people to apply for asylum in Britain without having to use illegal methods to enter the country, such as crossing the River Channel or in a small boat. They also warned that introducing the exemptions to the deportation scheme would undermine its efforts as a deterrent for those considering travelling to the UK. Rishi Sunak has scrapped a previous promise to get flights started by the end of the spring, following a repeated delays to the Safety of the Rwanda Bill. Yeah, it's not. It's a small article, but still, just on the premise, obviously, of about the use of troops in this situation. I just feel like why? To me, it's just the thing that, like I've said about how many times, like this scheme is not going to work, guys. But using our own troops, like, what's that all about? Like, what is this all about? I mean, why can't you rule it out? It makes sense to rule it out. Like, just stop. Like, you just stop this. Just stop this goddamn thing. Like, really. I mean, if personally, I just think Rishi Sunak should just pay 500, should pay out of pocket back to the taxpayers for wasting our time, wasting our money, wasting politicians' time. I really think he should, but we know he's not. But he should pay for it himself. All this crap, because it is a load of crap. It's not really going to make a difference, guys. But what I would like to know is, what do you guys think? Is there anyone who actually, who's watching this, actually thinks this Rwanda plan is going to work? That it's actually going to make a difference? And how does it feel knowing that there are people who could be potentially sent on these flights, knowing that they actually saved the lives of, potentially assisted in saving the lives of men and women who served abroad, such as places as Iraq and Afghanistan? How does that make you feel? Let me know your thoughts about that and more in the comment section down below. If you found this video informative, please hit the like button, greatly appreciate it. Share it across social media so others are notified of this video, and subscribe, because it really does help support the channel. And if you want to go one step further, financially support me and the work that I do here, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member for as little as 99p, or join me on Rumble or Patreon for exclusive content there as well. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope to catch you all very, very soon.